a little bit of a backstory. I hit a deer, shitty situation, the damage looked so bad. What do you do for your FA5, or what should I do this one? What is up, guys? It is a week past the last video that I recorded, but I'm here at the shop and we are planting flowers, the yearly flowers, with my mom. But just before I left the shop, I took the time to get everything cleaned up so that I came back to a clean, organized space. Because things were getting really crazy the day before I left. The day before I left, the breaker for the electrical on that side just randomly decided to stop working. So I had spent the majority of the morning getting the intercooler figured out, where I was going to get the mounts and stuff located, which I have to cut these off, so I'll get into that. But I spent all that time getting everything situated, positioning it, whatever. It's such as life, but this is how it goes. So I spent the whole morning getting it together, and I went to go flick the welder on to weld up the brackets, and the welder didn't turn on. So this has been a problem with my Everlast before, so I initially thought it was a welder problem. But it turns out that the two-pole breaker for some reason went bad. And I just got that electric done. My buddy Gabe, I'll tag him somewhere. Gabe did the electrical here, and I called him before I left and let him know that something was going on. I had no idea what the fuck happened, but he came by, checked it out, so we're good. We're back up and running, which is what was most important, is that I came back and my stuff was functional. But in that same day of chaos, this plug for my air compressor also came off. I have all of Mike's materials here because I'm trying to get Frank's card done so that we can get Mike's card here, because Mike's been patiently waiting. So thank you, Mike. But the goal this week, it's a lofty one, but I want to get the intercooler situated and mounted so that I can do the intercooler piping. I really don't think the intercooler piping is going to take too long. So I need to get the intercooler situated. That's going to be my goal for tomorrow, is to get the intercooler positioned and situated, and maybe even start, maybe I can weld the cast 90 on the housing of the turbo, or at least start some of the piping. Frank's muffler came in from Australia, so we'll be able to complete the full exhaust system. I also, the day before I left, Frank dropped off, it's somewhere around here, but Frank dropped off the we're doing a round, it's right here. It is a round stainless bros resonator, so we're going to change up some of the stuff that I did down there to compensate for that, because like I said before, I was trying to make an oval resonator work, and I'm just not confident with a drive shaft that no matter what, I can't put it in a good spot. Sorry. So I'm going to work on getting the exhaust and intercooler piping done this week. That is my goal. I have the catch can all situated. So that is all done. Well, the design is done. Everything's uploaded to Send Cut Send. It is Memorial Day, and they were actually closed all weekend. So so from Friday to Tuesday, Friday to Monday, they were closed in remembrance of Memorial Day. So anyways, that's my goal for this week. I wanted to give you guys an update now that I'm back from vacation. I am not selling any more J-pipes until I hear back from the people that I delivered them to. I want to make sure that they got a nice clean install, no issues, before I start selling more of them. But I do have more flanges and I have more material, so that is not an issue. So like I said, I just want to hear back from the few people. I want to hear their experiences. I want to try to get some sound clips from them. And yeah, so like I said, I think that's the best case scenario. I have four, I think, out in the world in the rotation right now. So I just want to hear back from them and make sure that I don't need to make any changes. So yeah, that's what we got going on this week. I'm gonna be doing the flowers today, kind of a chill day. I just got back from Florida, so still unpacking and stuff like that. But yeah, we're getting back to it this week. So after Frank's car, we have Mike's Mark III Supra. After that, we're gonna have a bunch of Civic and Supra content. I have the K24 over there that I want to try to fit up some manifold designs for. There is definitely a wide market. There's a lot of people that offer kits for them already, but I think that I could offer a good product as well. So got the flowers all set up. I always liked, that was my favorite part when I first got the shop a year ago. We got the flowers out. What's going on, guys? So before I went on vacation, the week before leading up, it was a really stressful week, and yeah, I was just really burning the candles at both ends. And I was driving home from the shop one night, and a deer came out in front of me. Now, some of you guys know, I bought this car specifically for the shop so that we can make some cool developmental parts. I want to make an exhaust for this that I can market to you guys, and a turbo kit, because I've always wanted one of these things, and I think they're great boosted. So I've been working at muscle gymnastics as to what I'm going to do about this. So I'll throw some pictures up of what it looked like initially after the crash, but I hit the deer. I was only going like 35 miles an hour. It really came out of fucking nowhere. And it's my first time ever with like a deer accident. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I just kept it fucking pushing. I was close enough to be home. I was scared I might have cracked my radiator or something. So I just really wanted to get home. So yeah, so anyways, I wanted to just put it to the side and forget about it for a week. I was going on vacation. I just needed to think about it, pray about it, really figure out what the hell I wanted to do. Now, I will say the car is very clean to begin with. You know, it's a solid, I'd say it's a 10-footer. It has its own imperfections, but I will say most of these are pretty fucking shit. So, I mean, it's pretty clean. But the person I bought it from, he was a body guy and a car guy and whatnot. And, you know, I think I might have just been a little too excited to get myself something. And well, I'm not saying it's a bad car, and I definitely think I still got a fair deal, but there's a lot of stuff that, as time went on, I found that was really fucked up, that I just really didn't like. So, yeah, it looks like this shit on this side somehow got pushed up a little bit. So anyways, it doesn't really matter, but, you know, there's imperfections that I really didn't like. You know, like right here, you can kind of see some cracking and, you know, bacon. This whole fender's all baconed up. I didn't even notice it until like a week after I bought it, 2 weeks after I bought it. There's paint drips all over this fucking thing. I just have a tough time because, like, as a welder, I try to take pride in what I do, and if it's my stuff especially, I want it to be the most pristine work example of my stuff. So, like, as a body guy driving this thing around, I don't know why he did a lot of the things he did, but anyways, it's neither here nor there. I don't want to get into it, but the point is I wanted to refresh the front end anyways. I do like the JDM fronts. I don't like how expensive it is, even to do a non-OEM style. You know, just like aftermarket, I think it's like $2,000 from Hard Motion is what I was looking at. You know, that's not even like any of the other brackets you're gonna need or any, you know, the lights and stuff like that. So it becomes really expensive, and I really rather put that money into developing more stuff on this car, and you know, like the turbo kit and the exhaust system and stuff like that. So you know, and I really enjoy this car. I really do like it. So anyways, that's a little bit of the backstory. I hit a deer, shitty situation. The damage looked so bad, and I was really bummed out about it for a couple days. So today's my first day back. It's Memorial Day. I figured, let me just get a fender off and see how bad the damage really is, and see what makes sense to do from here. So here we are. I got the fender off, and I'm good. Let me flip this around. So I will say, initially, off the bat, it may look bad, but, you know, this is a removable piece, so it really doesn't have any structural rigidity. So the way the deer hit, it was like on this corner, and he kind of like gracefully laid on my hood and then flew off. But anyways, yeah, so really the problem area is right here. But I really think if I pull this in this direction, it'll be able to straighten this out enough to be reused. But I don't know about this piece here. So I may have to replace that. But I mean, the overall extent of the damage really just seems to be this piece here, and then I may have to replace this. But yeah, I mean, it definitely sucks, but it's way better than parting the whole car out and, you know, having to start over or get something else. I mean, if you know these cars, you know that they are out there, but they're not out there clean, one color, not all paint faded and fucked up. So I really want to take the time to get this thing right. I'm just so busy between Frank's RX-7, the J-Pipes and other Subaru orders, and as well as I'm going to be working on getting the Supra back together. I'm hoping to go pick up the engine from the current machine shop that it's at. I'm going to pick that up and drop it off at a different machine shop so that we can get that thing done faster. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of content coming up between the Civic and the Supra and other stuff. So let me know what you guys would do. What would you do to your FA5, or what should I do to this one? Would you do the JDM front? I really liked the way the front end looked before. It had like a 2009 to 2011 front end with the Asia bumper, or not the Asia bumper, I don't know, I had the different bumper lip kit. I'll throw some pictures up of what it looked like before, and honestly I really love the way the car looks. So I'm cool with just replacing it how it looked. I'd like to maybe get some retrofit headlights and you know, button up a couple things that I wasn't really crazy about that I wanted to fix anyways. And yeah, I really do think it is fixable. A couple of my friends that I reached out to also thinks it's pretty fixable, and I didn't even show them this part of the damage. So yeah, I'm gonna actually turn the car on. Hopefully it still turns on. I didn't have an issue a couple days after the accident happened. It just seemed like it was like hesitating to start. So I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I'm actually gonna back this thing up to that trash can. I'm gonna put a strap on the front of the crash support, and I'm gonna try to just gently pull it out, and yeah, we'll go from there. I'm gonna order 2 new fenders and 2 new fenders, a hood and front bumper, and we're just gonna go from there. I mean, like I said, it sucks, but you know, all I can do is pray about it and keep going. So thanks guys.